which is a huge accomplishment for any comedian. New year, new me, getting up in the morning, doing a morning show. I think this is exciting. Let me know what topics you guys want to hear about. I've made my coffee here. I don't know if you guys have this issue with your coffee creamer. Like I always put some like weird new gay coffee creamer into my thing. Like I'm like, "Oh, let's do a coconut one. Let's do like an almond one." But then it starts to like disperse. It starts to like separate a little at the top. I don't know what that means. I'm not a scientist, but I don't know. I don't love the look of it. So, what's up guys? It's Mayor in the morning. Lots to talk about. So much to discuss. Hope everybody's good. Woo! I did not wash my hair. God, I look pale. Like that's I really can't wait for summer because I can't put bronzer on my whole body. Do you know what I mean? It's just there's only so much. Yeah. Wet spot was last night. It was super fun. I had a couple guests. I had a guest bail on me last minute. And then we got to talk a little bit of shit about that. No, it wasn't talking shit. It was more like calling out bad behavior of like not giving someone a heads up when you're not going to be able to make it and then like kind of lying about it. It's not the end of the world if you have to cancel, but like just be honest. So on Wet Spot last night, I had a new comedian James Raniolo, Andrea Bryant, who is a Compound favorite super fan, and also she works at Gas Digital. Had her on, had Elsa Jean on, my BFF. Love Elsa Jean. She's a lot of fun. Andrew Harms, as always. Frankie McDonald was Skyping in, and Christian Toto Skyped in to promote his new book, Virtue Bombs. Also, Christian Toto's episode, CMP episode that I did with him, goes live today. Yeah, the audio is out right now if you want to listen to it. But if you want to listen to the video version of the pod, that comes out later tonight, I think at around 10. So check that out. He's a super great guy. He's supported so many free speech comedians kind of from the beginning a couple of years ago. He's just been a big supporter of myself, Tyler Fisher, Ryan Long, Aaron Berg, Gino Bisconti, Kumia, uh, all of us. So it's nice. I'm excited to. He said he sent me a book. I should be receiving it in the mail. It better be autographed. I can't wait to read it slash put it on my book pile. Never. No, I definitely will read it. I definitely will read it. Yeah. So there's some changes going on at Compound Media, the place where I do my Monday show, Wet Spot. A few shows have been removed, such as Eastside Dave and Talib Stark's Safe Space. I didn't have a problem with Talib Starks. I liked him. Again, like none of us can see the numbers. Like none of us have really know how well we're doing. Like he showed me one number, but it wasn't really in much of a context. So it's it's hard when you do YouTube and there's so much transparency and I know exactly how well I'm doing. It's trickier when you don't really know that. Like I don't know the numbers really for Compound. But again, it's not my job to like run the channel. I don't know. I know a couple of other shows are like in the works to be brought on. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I sometimes feel like Compound Media keeps itself small. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know that if that's for a lack of support, a lack of vision, a lack of just employees, just a sheer lack of hands on deck. I think just about everyone there is doing a great job. So, I mean, I've never run a media channel, but I just think it would behoove them to have maybe like 24/7 content, maybe bring in some gamers to do like a live stream free speech gaming show. I would love to see that. I would love to see, yeah, like bring on like an Elsa Jean or a whatever Amy to do another show. Get some more females hosting their own shows. Morning, which used to be Bill Schultz and Joanne Nosachinsky's morning show, which started at like 10:30. They've now moved that to 12, and it's not even called morning anymore. It's called Backtalk, which makes no sense. The name makes absolutely no sense. Look, you guys can see how disgusting my coffee looks. Does this happen to anybody else's coffee? Should I still drink it? I don't understand the name Backtalk, and I don't think Bill and Joanne had any choice in the matter when it came to the name change. You know what I thought would have been cool? Keep it at noon and still call it morning because it's like degenerate morning. It's like when comedians and people who don't have 9 to 5s tend to wake up and get going. I think, yeah, calling it morning would have been great. Calling it afternoonin would have been equally great. Would have been fine. Because Joanne and Bill are talented. Like they both came from the mainstream news world. Bill was on Fox's Red Eye for many years, as I think so was Joanne. Joanne was also Miss New York, so they're both great. I think just maybe Compound Media doesn't know what to do with them. I'm going to see if I can help Bill maybe boost like his YouTube content a little more. Cuz I think it's hard for a performer to know their value when they are kind of just stuck in a bubble, when they're just doing one thing. It's hard to know what your reach is. It's hard to know how many fans you have, what your fans like and dislike about the work that you do. So I'm going to see if I can help them try to expand their reach a little bit more with like YouTube. And I know it's hard. I know it's like if you're a little bit older. I think it's if you're like 35, 40 and up, it's YouTube is probably very intimidating for people, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Like, you guys are already sending super chats. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve any of you. Caesar, John. No, wait, I can't even read. Caesario. If you guys could just have names that I could pronounce, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. See, Caesario JPN. According to Upper Echelon Games, he thinks and shows possible evidence that new G4 TV might be padding the numbers by using view bots on Twitch. Woo! If only Frost Karen didn't open her mouth. Yeah, I heard a little bit of chatter about this from like Ryan Kinnell, maybe Griggs. We're doing some research, some journalism into G4 TV. I have heard this rumor that they may be using bots to pad their views. Very interesting. It's always fun to dig when somebody says or does something a little bit weird and then you dig into it and you're like, oh God, there's so much here. Shake from Hunger Team. Ooh, celebrity super chat. Great job, Chrissy. You're one funny bitch. Love the team. Wow. Thanks, Shake. Tell me what I say hello. Young Pei Chang, my only Asian fan. Good morning, Chrissy. Wish my hair looked like that when I got up. If I had any hair, I pictured you as having like, I guess I pictured you with hair. Maybe it's the young and the young Pei. But it's okay. You can buy a toupee if you really miss it. Michael Deach, is there a way to simp without looking like a simp? Yeah, for sure. You can be a regular. What separates a fan from a simp is like, I think you need to make sure you have your own life going on and that like your whole thing is not, I don't know, being a fan of what other people do. Like, yeah, of course, be a fan, but do other things. Like, don't sound desperate. Don't send too many messages. I don't know. Don't be creepy. And if you don't know what being creepy is, I don't know. Don't try to get too personal or too close too soon. I noticed that with a lot of the super fans on Wet Spot. Like they listen to us, so I can understand. Like you feel like you know the person, but like when you show up and you're like, "I have a present for you," and you're like, "Holy shit, call the cops!" You know. There's degrees. Yeah, there's Michael Gavin Ali and Ian, two super fans that show up a lot or call in a lot to Wet Spot, and I just gotta keep them in line. But they're nice boys for now. Yeah, I don't know. I have an Amazon wish list, but I'm not like posting it. I'm not like send me stuff. Maybe I should be. I don't know. I'm still getting used to this whole thing. Blackest Night. Topic suggestion. Lack of comedic movies over the past decade. I can't remember the last time I saw a truly knee-slapping funny movie. Love what you do. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, what was the last, like, really funny movie? I think it was, maybe it was with Seth Rogen when they had, like, the ugly Christmas and Hanukkah sweaters. What the hell was that movie called? That was pretty funny. But, yeah, I think Hollywood is afraid you can't really make a truly funny movie without, throwing away the concern of, you're not gonna make everybody happy. It's certainly not gonna be woke. You're certainly not gonna be PC and, leave every group of people unharmed. And I think Hollywood is afraid to do that right now and has been since probably, like, 2015, 2016. Thanks, Judah Khan, for the super sticker. Yeah, having a YouTube channel is a great way to get feedback because it's literally you can read it as you go. David L. Yeah, there's nothing suspicious. G4, D&D views, I think that's Dungeons& and Dragons. See, I know things. Their views dropped from 30K to 2,800 in a week? Ooh, nothing to see here. Move along. Caught using view bots. Hashtag viewbot. Hashtag caught. I might have to look into that a little bit. Epstein's ghost. Hello, Epstein's ghost. It's nice to see you again. Hail, Mayor. And chat. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Epstein's ghost. Check in on Ghislaine for us. Let us know how she's doing. Young Pei. Don't be a certain ting. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's code. That's code, guys. There's so much to talk about. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with compound media. A lot of people are worried that when Anthony moves to South Carolina, that everything's just going to go to shit and it's just going to be done. I don't think that's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. But I know he's zeroing in on a house. Good for him, though. He's wanted to move for basically as long as I've known him. So the last 2 years. And I think change is good. Change is good. You can't be afraid of change, guys. But you know who is afraid of change? Well, I can't do segues. I want to bring up these funny messages. So I did another Frosk impression last Friday on Friday Night Tights. And you'd be amazed with how many people thought that I was actually Frosk, which I love. I love to confuse people. And I'm going to read off some messages. These are YouTube comments from my second Frosk impression. And this is great. She's actually surprisingly charming once she's away from the G4 cameras. This is me as Frosk last Friday. I like that I'm giving her good press. People are finding her more charming. They're like, "Yeah, let's not be so harsh on her." That's great. And look at this. People agree. Okay, this is from Izen. I guess I don't have to read it. Commenter. Frosk was kind of funny, not gonna lie. Almost like her G4 version is a facade. I made her look funny. This is great. How could she I don't know. I don't think she's blocked me yet, but how could she have a problem with me? I'm making her look good. It's good. Keeping people on their toes. Man, really liked Frosk in this interview. Almost feel like jacking it to her because of her personality and a little above average attractiveness. But she seemed fun and affable, which made her very sexually attractive to me. A girl you can joke with. I like how detailed he got there. Yeah, man. It's fun. It's fun to joke around. Don't take yourself so seriously. Okay, another comment thinking I'm Frosk. Notice how all of these people are going along with her, all smiling and pretending to be okay with her. Very shameful. I guess they are getting content from it. All right, so Sigma here is upset. I guess they wanted for us to be called out more, or they wanted a harsher exclusive interview. This is from last Friday Night Tights. So what date was that? Today's Tuesday. If you haven't seen it, go watch the one from Friday the 28th. And it's titled Exclusive Interview. From Mark. Is she that stupid that she thinks acting like that helps her in any way? She did nothing to improve her situation. Okay. Another unsatisfied customer. I wonder what he would have liked me to do. What should I do for my next impression? I've seen your comments. I've seen what you guys think about the full body Sharpie tattoo. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't think I'd be able to do it. What, would I take a Sharpie to my back and just like do my I don't know. I couldn't do that by myself. I would need help. And it would take forever to get off. It would take forever to draw on and forever to get off. I'm not going to show my ass on camera. I don't know. Maybe if it's funny, I will. How could I endear myself to these Frosk fans or Frosk haters? Crazy when Frosk is herself. She funnier and much more pleasant. I wish she researched her shit because she a game reviewer thought. All right, not the best grammar on this one, but I think I can get at what he's saying. Yeah, that's the point, is I don't know anything about gaming, and I was poking fun at the fact that she reads a lot of her reviews from other people and their scripts, which is why I was like, "Hey." It was the zipper is the name of the person, and I was literally talking to a zipper. That was just for me. She is acting, right? I mean, she isn't being serious right now. This looks like a Minecraft avatar. No, I was not being serious. And I guess I was acting. I have a feeling they were mocking her a little, but she continued to feed the trolls, so I guess she was enjoying it also. But to be honest, she sounded a little tipsy. Anyway, it is hard to listen to her. Was I drunk? No. I didn't have anything to drink on Friday. We drove up like to the Poconos. We left Friday afternoon. We actually left right at 4:30 to go pick up Frank's son, and then we just went straight to the Poconos. So I was kind of getting ready. Like as soon as we dropped our bags at the hotel, I ran, threw the wig on. I didn't have time to do like my full makeup that I usually do for Frosk. Like I had no eyeshadow, so it was like maybe a little softer Frosk. And the nose ring wouldn't stay in. The nose ring kept falling out. I think I bent it out of shape. I took like a cheap ring that I got from Disney World a million years ago, and I like snapped it off, and I like folded it into a nose ring. I like that people sound think I sound drunk doing Frosk, because it's just like she's aggressive. She's like she's on the defense. I can't believe you managed to bring Frosk for this interview. She's actually entertaining. Thank you. Was an exclusive get. This is fun. I like that people think I'm her. Not forgiven. Playing by woke rules, not mine. First time ever that I've seen a commie apologize, though I actually never heard an apology from her. But massive props, you guys, for landing this fish. No, yeah, it definitely was not an apology. And even me doing her as a character, she wouldn't apologize. I don't think it's in her character. I think she's the double down queen. Wow. What is this? The NPR symbol? No, and non NPC. Although when I think of NPR, I do think of someone who looks like this. Wow, she's a comedian. I guess that's why she has an agent. Good job, Frosk, for having the gumption to show up. All right, so now this is a lot of confusion. They think Frosk is a comedian. Frost, the real Frost, does have an agent. I don't really have an agent. I have like friends. That's cool. But yes, I am a comedian. Thank you. Clickbait unsub. I expected a real interview. This is in all caps, by the way. Not a simulation. I don't do clickbait unsub. So sorry to lose you, God's angry hands. Very angry. Very angry about the lack of real interview. What's with the constant laughter? I like that real questions came up, but the constant laughing and joking around really doesn't seem that professional. Really? You have a South Park avatar and you can't figure out when people are being funny? Oh my God. So this guy not only thought I was the real Frosk, but he was upset that the guys were laughing at the things I was saying. Oh, that's great. This is why I love the internet. You get a real medley, a real sampling of the whole of the internet. Oh, and this is my image from Mayor in the Morning that I forgot to put up on the live stream. Whoops. But isn't it pretty? Frank makes the best images. Crazy, guys. Isn't it fun? I'm not trying to troll people. That's not my intent. Like, I wasn't trying to fool people into thinking that I was Frosk. Again, I still would love to interview her. If you're listening, Frosk, girl, give me a chance. It'll be fun. I'm not gonna be like harsh to you, but we'll just talk like real people. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. Oh, a couple more super chats. I'm drinking my weirdly separated coffee. Ew. What do you guys put in your coffee? Maybe I should start drinking it black. Charles Hurst, super sticker. Thanks, Charles. Oh God, the next impression I should do is Justin Trudeau in blackface hiding from truckers. See, it's easier for me to pull off female characters. Obviously, I like doing women. I think it's fun. It's more fun. I feel like it's easier for me to get into the mind frame of another woman. Tutorial slave. Thank you for the 10. Is that a euro? Is that a pound? I think it's a euro. Hail, Chrissie, it's Frosk. You're on fire to the point that I was expecting to see singed koalas once the camera panned out. Am I just having a stroke? That says singed. Okay. For your next trick, you could have her try her hand at improv. I've heard that Frosk has actually done improv, as have I. 5 years of my life spent between UCB and the Magnet Theater. I guess it was worth it. It was a lot of money. It was there's no way I could have afforded to pay those improv classes had I not been living at home for like 6 years after college. Yeah. I lived at home till I was 26, which at the time I was like very embarrassed. But now I've met so many people who live at home way longer than that. And then the pandemic hit and it's like totally accepted now to still live at home because everything is a dumpster fire. Brightest day. Good morning, Chrissie, and best chat. True, you guys are the best chat. This is a liquid creamer. To answer your question, your creamer query. What the heck was it called? I think it's like it's in like a bottle with a top. It's bluish. I think it's almond or coconut. I don't know. I do like doing women. Eee. Leave our koalas alone. Yeah. Okay. Okay, lots to talk about. Let's see. Should I talk about Peter Dinklage first or Joe Rogan? I think I'm gonna get into Dinklage first. Woo! So I mentioned him a little bit earlier. Is it clumpy if it's liquid? It is a liquid. I don't know. It shouldn't be clumpy. I'm concerned. So I talked a little bit about Peter Dinklage, his reaction to, I guess, wanting to make Snow White and the Seven Dwarves more woke somehow. Yeah, and then a lot of people were like, "Well, buddy, you guys are you know what I mean? Like you're short to begin with. What kind of roles do you really think you're going to do? You're not Tom Cruise. You're not just like Dinklage. You're not just like a shorter man like Tom Cruise. They'll throw a couple of phone books up and he'll get up on that and do a regular person movie. You kind of have to be pigeonholed in dwarf roles, and you know what? That's fine. You should be like thanking God for Game of Thrones for what was he an elf? Don't be an angry elf, Dinklage. Be a happy elf. Just like so here we are. We have WWE's Dylan Postal reacting to this. Here is this article from TMZ. Dylan Postal, Peter Dinklage taking woke too far by criticizing Snow White remake. This is great. I think all the unhappy dwarves should be speaking out right now because it's a great way to get your name out there and your face out there. They better cast this guy. I could see him as like a dopey. Dylan Postal is not here for Peter Dinklage's hot take on the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake. Dylan says that the esteemed actor took things way too far, and as a result, he's actually hurting the dwarf community. I agree. As someone who's 5'2", 5'3", I think, there's only so many short people roles. We caught up with the actor and former WWE wrestler on Wednesday, and he doubled down on his stance, saying the fairy tale remake actually gives 7 real-life people in the dwarf community a chance to star in the movie. He says getting work is exclusive for these actors, so such roles are not only important, they're life-sustaining. Absolutely. Like, especially, I would imagine the Christmas season is great for dwarves. I imagine they fucking crush it. You know what I mean? Like, after Thanksgiving, working at the mall, an assistant to Santa. I bet they really rake in the dough over Christmas. So it's like, is that going to be able to last them all year? I don't think so. So here is Postal, Dylan Postal, going Postal. That's kind of an unfortunate last name, but
because that role was made for me. And the issue at hand is, by saying this, he's doing something worse for the dwarf and the little people community.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to take roles away. It really blows my mind. The whole woke thing, you're going too far, in my opinion. It's too far. It's too much. You're trying to change something that doesn't need to be changed. There's nothing wrong with how dwarves were portrayed. He wants to say these cave dwellers. That's wrong. First off, they lived in a cottage. They worked
in a
mine.
And
they had a whole lot of gems. So in reality, they were rich. Let's be honest here. These in a fairy tale world,
something is really wrong with this coffee. It like really tastes bad. I think it was expired. All right, hold on. Back to Dylan.
These guys were rich, and they all had separate characteristics that really taught and made themselves different from each other. They weren't just one being of dwarves. He had no issue, absolutely no issue, being cast as a dwarf in Elf.
Yep.
When he was representing that whole situation. That paycheck cleared just fine. When he was in Game of Thrones, he had absolutely no issue in that role when it was casted for a dwarf. That paycheck cleared just fine. Now this all of a sudden is crazy? This needs to be changed for current culture? Come on now. Disney, reach out to me. I will take every dwarf role you want. It could be Snow White and 25 dwarves. I have 24 friends in the dwarf community.
I bet he does.
Do these roles. That's the issue here.
Yeah, tell him, Dylan. I love it. Yeah, I think he's an angry elf. I think Dinklage is coming out because he just wants to be a consultant. Like, anytime you hear news, you have to be very wary of the source, like who and why. You know what I mean? Because I think Dinklage is trying to position himself so he can be brought on as a consultant for this movie, for this live action remake of Snow White and the Seven, whatever, dwarves, regular people, whatever they go with. And good for Dylan Postal for now getting his name out here because he wants a role. Yeah, good for him. I want to make a movie and have only midgets. Yeah, I agree with him too. Ooh, I see a super chat from Mr. SB. Did it go away? Here it is. SB, you have really good impressions. Thanks for the laughs. Thanks, SB. I should do like a super reel of all the impressions, like Greta Thunberg, Jen Psaki, Frosk. Those are the 3 probably most recent ones. Okay. Lot of Joe Rogan news happening, which I like Joe Rogan. I think yesterday I was getting a little bit nervous, like, man, things are really heating up for him. Are they trying to cancel him? And now I'm the more I look into it, the better I feel about this whole scenario. So yesterday, Joe Rogan dropped like about an 8-minute Instagram video reaction to the left claiming that, it's really just a couple of his podcasts that this is all over. It's like the Robert Malone one, and I think it's the McCullough one where they're claiming it's misinformation or disinformation. And so he released this video basically where Rogan is saying like, look, I'm just a regular guy having conversations with people. This all started like, hey, I'm a comedian, by the way. I'm not pretending to be any kind of a doctor or specialist. This started just me, bullshitting with my comedian friends, and now it's become this huge podcast. And what I love about Joe is he still maintains his like personhood. He's still very genuine and down to earth. He does like, he does like a video reaction. He's not just putting out a statement, which like can come off a little cold and impersonal. Like he's still a regular dude, even though he's been like really crushing it financially. Like good for him. I met him once for like 5 seconds when I was at the Comedy Store in March of 2020. I did a couple of spots at this Comedy Store and like met him for a second, and I was like, "Oh, there's Joe Rogan." I said hi, and that was it. So I had a great time meeting him. So he put out this video just saying, "Hey, I don't know what I can do other than maybe when I have a guy on with one point of view, I can have the next guest be like somebody else with a sort of counterpoint." But again, like if you don't like his podcast, don't listen to it. But these fucking leftist celebrities, they can't just let him be. They have to. And now that I'm seeing a lot of these like celebs joining into this like anti-Spotify protest that you see going on. So even despite Rogan saying, okay, I can try to be more balanced, I can try to have people on with different perspectives so we can see, I don't know, have a more equal. But I feel like he already does that because in this video, he mentions that he had, oh fuck, what was his name? Gupta. He had Sanjay Gupta on. So he's had people from like all sides on, right, left. I don't know. I think he does a good job. But that's not good enough. Now these celebrities want him off the platform entirely. There's a celebrity backlash, and Spotify is choosing Joe. It was at first it was Neil Young being like, "I'm gonna pull all my music if you don't kick Joe Rogan off," and Spotify was like, "Yeah, okay, bye. We'll help you pack your bags, Neil." So he's gone, and then now Joni Mitchell has joined in for this Joe Rogan Spotify protest. Nils Lofgren has joined in. I don't know who he is. I'm gonna look him up though. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have joined in to the protest. Markle and Prince Harry have a partnership with Spotify, and they called on Spotify to take action. Who gives a fuck what Meghan Markle and Prince Harry think about anything? I don't know what the obsession is with like the royals in this country. I just know, I mean, like ever since I was like a little girl, my mom would be picking up like National Enquirers and be like, "What's going on, Princess Diana?" I never had that curiosity or desire to like know what the fuck they're doing. Who cares? Like they're rich, they're famous. Like I guess sometimes the fashion is fun. Like when one of them would have like a wedding or something, you're like, "Oh, look at the fucking crazy hats they're all wearing." All right, now back to trying to pay my own bills. I just don't understand the obsession. Maybe because it's an escape for people. They can in their minds pretend like, oh, what it would be like to be in that family. But I'd rather just fucking embrace the reality of my own life. I don't know. Maybe that's less fun. But fuck Meghan Markle. I feel like she was manipulative and pulled Prince Harry away from his family. But who cares? Who gives a fuck what they have to say? They're like, I don't know. I really, even though Markle is from this country, like I don't really consider her part of it. You know what I mean? You're a famous person. You're not really, why should we give a fuck? So a lot of these celebrities are like joining in to try to get Rogan kicked off. Did you guys see this video?
So we can maybe find a better point of view. I don't want to just show the contrary opinion to what the narrative is.
As for Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, well, Joe says he's still a fan.
No hard feelings towards Neil Young, and definitely no hard feelings towards Joni Mitchell. I love her too.
And he says he's learned a lot from the whole thing.
If I pissed you off, I'm sorry. And if you enjoy the podcast, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Spotify. Thank you all the supporters, and even thank you to the haters, because it's good to have some haters. It makes you
I don't think he cares.
reassess what you're doing and put things into
This
perspective.
is the most.
And I think that's good too.
Well, good for him. He really shouldn't apologize to anybody. Joe, you keep doing your thing, boy. You keep living your best life. You're kicking ass. I feel like that was kind of like the most apology he could have done. I bet Spotify was like, yeah, do some sort of a video where you're like kind of apologizing, but like not really. Spotify is going to be 100%. The more I look into this, the more I'm like, Spotify is 100% on Joe Rogan's side. And I started to look into it. And ever since 2019, Spotify has really committed itself to being really more of a podcast platform. And they want to be number one. In 2019, they purchased Gimlet Media, Parcast, and Anchor. They spent over $400 million acquiring these companies. I think in the past they had tried to secure exclusive deals for records or for artists, and it didn't go as well. Apple, what Spotify does that Apple doesn't do is Spotify now owns the Joe Rogan podcast or the Joe Rogan Experience exclusively, which is not something that Apple does at all. What happens when you have a Spotify or whatever Apple, and every time you play a song, you have to pay that record label for each song that you play. And while you might more put up money in advance for, say, a podcast, I mean, obviously, like Spotify spent $100 million getting Rogan's podcast, but like, so it's more money up front, but I think more can be made off, because you end up, I think, triple dipping sort of. You can make, it gives a platform for artists. You can make money off of ads, and you don't have to pay a record label. And I think Rogan gets 190 million downloads a month. I think they make maybe 3 million in ad money per month. And the bottom line is that podcast listening data is ultimately more valuable than music data. And I think more, talk about like data consumption, right? Like all these, you could look at it negatively, positively, whatever. The powers that be, corporations, they're always going to be after our data. I think that's kind of impossible to like have a phone, being on your phone, using apps. Of course, somebody somewhere is going to be collecting your data. And, sometimes I don't mind seeing an ad for something that I might actually be interested in or buy or whatever. It doesn't like piss me off. It's my job to have the self-control to not like click on it and then go buy something. But it's like, yeah, I don't mind seeing a fucking Coach purse pop up. I don't mind seeing like, oh, makeup, cool. Then I could just say no and like keep going with my day. So the point is that podcast listening data is more valuable than the data you get from listening to music, because you can look at the topics that are discussed in a podcast, right? And then that all goes into the information in Spotify, that goes into the titles. So you can learn more about a person based on looking at what podcasts they watch and what topics they want to learn more about. So that is why Spotify is gonna have Rogan's back, not just because they've invested $100 million in him, but because Spotify's goal, their values are lining up more with podcasting. Not that they don't give a fuck about music anymore, but like they want to be number one when it comes to podcasting. And the moves they've made over the past few years all point to this. So when you start to see these boomer artists, like who's talked, I mean, Neil Young, great, talented musician, but who's talked about him recently? Certainly, this is the first time we've heard Joni Mitchell's name in the news in a while. I still don't even know who Nils Lofgren is. So we got all these celebrities coming out. Again, it's like, this is what we see. I've mentioned this with like John Leguizamo, with Kathy Griffin. It's like these celebrities, typically like honestly more boomer celebrities, every once in a while they'll have a press release, or they'll be outraged, or they'll be a victim. And it's like, they're not really a victim. They're just trying to get their face in the news. They're just trying to like let Hollywood know, like, just letting you know I'm available. So we have somebody else. This is pretty recent. So Elvira is the latest celebrity in the string of celebs to come out against Rogan. Who the fuck is Elvira? Some of you, the younger listeners, might be saying, yeah, exactly. She is a boomer lady. She's famous for having her tits out in the 80s. That's basically Elvira's claim to fame. I didn't even know she had a Twitter account. Apparently, she's got 310 followers on Twitter. She is standing with musicians and artists, not quacks and hacks. How is Rogan he's not trying to be a quack or a hack. He constantly says he's not a doctor. He constantly says he's a comedian just having conversations on a podcast. He had the freaking guy who helped to create the mRNA vaccine. He's not having me on to talk about the jab. You know what I mean? He's having qualified medical people on. But she's an idiot. Anyway, this is close to my heart. Please sign this remove Joe Rogan from Spotify now. Yeah, this is not going to go far. Elvira, nobody cares about your dusty boomer cleavage. Again, I haven't heard anything from Elvira in a long time. In fact, when you Google, I was like, you know what? Maybe Elvira's promoting something. Maybe she's got something coming out. You Google Elvira recent movie, literally 1988 Mistress of the Dark is the first thing that comes up. And then you look through and you're like, oh, every so often, like Elvira was just trying to stay relevant. Netflix and Chills 2021, hosted by Elvira. Let's see what she looks like now. This is September 2021. The photo of her girlfriend. She wants everyone to know she has a girlfriend. She's very woke now and LGBT friendly. So these articles paint a larger picture of like what this is actually all about. She's like really struggling for relevancy, as so many Hollywood people are. But again, has not done a movie since 1988. Great cleavage, but you can't. That was in 1988. It's 2022. How many years ago is that? I'm not body shaming. I'm not age shaming. You do you, Cassandra, but we can see what this is really all about. It's like these irrelevant boomer celebrities trying to get their name in the news again, trying to be relevant. It's exactly what John Ronson explains in So You've Been Publicly Shamed. The psychology, we don't have a town square where people can be tarred and feathered anymore. But what we do have is like online canceling, like what you see going on with Rogan, and who are the people to speak up? Like Rogan is here. Everybody's talking about him, right? He's fucking crushing it. He's doing great. Spotify has his back. That's really all that matters. And they know how valuable he is. So, and now you have, now Rogan's in the news. His name is up here. He's doing great. And all these celebrities that are like, oh, I could use some publicity. I'm Joni Mitchell. I'm Neil Young. I'm fucking Elvira. Let me get up here too so that I can be on the level. We're all talking about Rogan. Look at me. I'm still alive. Hire me. So it has more to do with these individuals than it really does have to do with Rogan. He's doing his thing. He's going to be great. These crusty old celebrities are just trying to get their name in the news. And good for them. They're celebrities. That's their job, is to stay in the news. But I think it's just good to know where the motivation comes from. It may not always be from like a moral place. It might just be from a selfish wanting to be in the news kind of place. I see through you, celebrities. Tutorial Slave, thanks for the super chat. Is there any celebrity that you're praying will mess up publicly because you already got a dead-on impression of them, locked and loaded? No, I don't. I kind of just wait to see who makes a fool of themselves, and then I go, all right. It's like literally what I just described. Like, hey, we're all talking about this person. But I'm just trying to make fun of it. I think it's good to laugh. I don't know how tall Rogan is. He was sitting down at the bar when I met him. I would love for him to come on the show. I would shit my pants. I would truly shit my pants, but I would be so excited too. I also think he'd be so like fun to talk to. Okay. Tutorial Slave Since you said you're more comfortable doing females, how about an Ethan Klein impression? He's mostly soy and estrogen anyway. Yeah, I don't understand like what the big deal is with Ethan Klein. I think he just likes to be a provocateur. Okay. G Diddy. Your work ethic is outrageous. Oh my God. Thanks, G Diddy. Say hello to P Diddy for me. Send him my best. John Twill. Frostbite. Frostbite. And a frostbite to you. Why are the dogs barking? They must see something outside. Okay. Let's see. Someone's spamming the chat. Had to block him. I see you. I see you in the chat. Oh, Niels Lofgren is a guitar player for Springsteen. Okay. Again, like, I don't know. I feel like isn't all the Springsteen music out that people like to listen to anyway? You could just create way more content as a podcaster than you can a musician. Young Pei Chang. What's up, buddy? John Leguizamo will always be live action Luigi to me. Elvira's actress Cassandra Peterson recently did some work for Netflix. She still kind of has it. Oh, all right. Let me look that. See? Thanks, Young Pei. Elvira. Cassandra Peterson, Netflix. Oh, she's celebrating National Coming Out Day. Surprise, surprise. Okay. Good for her. Good for her. 3 months ago. What does she look like now? Oh, no. All right. I mean, it's fine. Everybody ages. Let's see. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Most.
Cassandra Peterson,
Oh, she looks
also
totally
known
different.
as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and I'm here today to celebrate National Coming Out Day with you. To everyone who isn't able to come out today for whatever reason, I just want you to know that I'm here.
Yeah, she's like unrecognizable. I would never have guessed who this is. But good for you. Do your thing, girl. All right. Yeah, she's not horrible looking. Mark Ashley. The Rogan thing is a significant that it signifies the obsolescence of corporate controlled media. In my humble opinion, it has little to do with anything else. Yeah. And it's a lot of these people who are used to corporate controlled media like being the end all be all and they're just kind of like, "What? We don't have as much say? Like we don't have the pull?" It's probably a little bit of a humbling experience to people like Neil Young to realize like, "Oh God, I guess I don't have the pull I thought I did." And good for them. Get off your freaking high horse. Yesterday's fool. Elvira transitioned into a Puritan. Aha, did she really? I mean, she's a lesbo, so she's not that Puritan-esque. Shark dentures. To use the quote from Bill Burr on plastic surgery, why can't you just admit it's over? Oh, it's not over. Don't think of it as over. Just think of it's like it's a new page, a new chapter. I always think that you should try to be the best looking that you can for as long as you can. Like, don't ever feel like throwing the towel. Now you can look like shit. I think it's always good to try. Agent Zero. Chrissy, Elvira was never known as a Rhodes Scholar. These celebrities are as transparent in their motives as the pane of glass. That's true. Just because somebody is famous doesn't mean they're smart or know what the fuck they're doing. Oh, so true. Meatwad. Oh, Meatwad. Oh, we heard from the Shake, and now Meatwad is here. Meatwad from the Hunger Team. Hey, pretty lady, you are so funny. Love the team. Thanks, Meatwad. Thanks, I can't do a Meatwad. Meatwad. I'm not even going to try to do that impression. It's going to be horrible. Oh, someone in the chat would tap that if she wasn't anti-Rogan. That's funny. She had a lot of work done? Did she? Interesting. I can't really tell. John Doe, will you ever have Destiny on again on Simcast? I've never had him on Simcast, not even once. That was actually Lauren Southern's channel, where it was like a lot of the girls from Simpcast went and did Lauren Southern's show immediately after. So it was like same crew, but it was Lauren's channel with Destiny. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we don't have any guys on Simpcast. It's kind of the thing. So I would not have Destiny on because he's not a girl for which you can simp to. Young Pei Chang. Search for Dr. Elvira at Netflix and chills. Oh, I was just looking at that. Dr. Elvira. Let's see. Dr. Elvira, Netflix and chills. Oh, because she's still doing the Elvira thing. And what the hell does that have to do with Spotify? Okay, this is a ad. Is it not an ad? Did you know that watching horror and thrillers is good for your health? Don't believe us? Hear what Dr. Elvira has to say. Oh. Okay, let's play this. Netflix and chills. She should keep doing the Elvira thing.
Worrisome. But don't panic. It's perfectly natural. And I can help. Anxiety, stress, the jitters, they're the boogeyman of our time. But horror and thrillers are actually here to improve your well-being. Don't believe me? Well, restlessness is caused by stress and fear. That means heart-pounding thrillers can combat stress because they're designed to elicit a shock response. This releases hormones like adrenaline, cortisol, and norepinephrine, resulting in a mood boost. After the credits roll, the brain calms itself down with some tasty serotonin, relieving tension and giving you a sense of well-being. Simple as that. Tell me.
I take back my crusty boomer tit comment. They still look good.
What
Good for you,
gets
girl.
your goosebumps going? A phone ringing?
Who is this?
A shadow?
All right. She's still doing it. Oh, Waffles is here. Hi, Waffles. Come here, baby. Come here, Waffles. Come here, baby. Waffles, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, she's stupid. Come here, Waffles. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. I think she's afraid of me with headphones on. I think that's what's happening. She said, come here. Come here, Waffles. Her head is just outside the door. I always leave it open like just a crack so they can come in if they want. All I want is the acceptance of dogs. Soups. More soups. Larry Herzog Jr. Take a look at how Bridget Fonda looks today. Oof. Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw that picture already. Poor Bridget Fonda. Or as I'd like to call her, Bridget Fondue. From Tim Southern. Thank you for the super chat. Liberals stirred up by the mainstream media do not care about any misinformation Rogan or a guest might say. They're upset with how many people he can say it to. Yup, that's 100% it. Far larger than most media outlets. Oh, yeah. They're upset of how much power he has, his reach. Yeah. Someone who kind of didn't come up through the normal channels. Although he did in a way. He was on Fear Factor. Like he had a career. He wasn't like a nobody. But yeah, they hate how much power and reach he has and that he doesn't have to do it through mainstream media. It's fucking cool. Good for Joe. Stay strong. I'm sure he has good people around him, but you're our only hope, Joe. Wow. So yeah, that was interesting to learn about Spotify is that they genuinely want to keep their podcast. They want to be the king of podcasting. And so I think they're going to deprioritize music because they just can make more money off ads. It's plain and simple. Interesting. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. This was funny, too. This was Neil Young being... what article better displays the saltiness of Neil Young than this? Neil Young says he felt better after leaving Spotify and its shitty sound quality. Oh, my God. What a fucking loser. Spotify plays the artist's music at 5% of its quality and charges you like it was the real thing. Look at him. Oh, he looks sad. What is this? Dead fish on his neck? Even after departing the platform, Neil Young isn't done crying about it. Today, and this is from the 28th, the rock legend has published another letter on his website describing Spotify as a purveyor of more songs and less sound. Young says that he felt better, sure he did, after pulling his music catalog from the leading streaming music service earlier this week, while noting that he's strongly opposed to censorship. Yeah, sure you are. And that private companies will have the right to choose what they profit from, just as I can choose not to have my music support a platform that disseminates harmful information. What exactly is harmful? I'm so sick of this regurgitated statement. Like, tell me exactly what is harmful, what is disinformation. But he won't, and he can't, because he's about the message. Throughout the latest post, Young, a longtime advocate of hi-fi sound, heavily criticizes Spotify. Oh, now it's about Spotify's sound and not about the disinformation. Which is it? Heavily criticizes Spotify for its lossy audio quality. And now, of course, he's going to point. This is all just to point to Amazon, Apple Music, and what's Quo Buzz? Never heard of that. But again, he's going to fluff up these other platforms. Quo Buzz and Apple Music and Amazon delivers up to 100% of the music quality today, and it sounds a lot better than the shitty, degraded, and neutered sound of Spotify. Wah, it's better over here. I'm happy I left, he says, adding that if you support Spotify, you're destroying an art form. Young implores his fans to go to a new place that truly cares about music quality. Convincing if somebody truly cares about music quality, then they're probably somebody who has a record player at home, who's into records, who can just like put on an actual record and listen to it that way. I don't think you're looking from your streaming platforms just to like hear a song. If you're really like an audiophile, then you're gonna have whatever CDs, records, you're gonna listen to it at home. Boy, what sour grapes, huh? He's trying to convince consumers to care about music streaming fidelity. It can be tricky, with many people unable to tell the difference between something like Spotify's high quality tier and true lossiness. Well, if they can't tell the difference, then who the fuck cares? What a loser. Especially with the prevalence of Bluetooth headphones, earbuds, and speakers. So basically, the new audio technology, like speakers, earbuds, all of it is like helping the quality. So it's kind of a moot point here, Neil. Oh, what a salty boy. Since his exit from Spotify, competing services like Apple Music has seized the opportunity to advertise Young's catalog. Of course they are. Apple went so far as to call itself the home of Neil Young. Oh, give me a break. Though it seems Young is also rooting for the much smaller Quo Buzz, which has pushed hi-fi since this would have looked a lot cooler if he was doing this before the Spotify thing. Now this just looks like you're settling for your second choice for prom because the first choice said no to you. Quo Buzz has pushed hi-fi sound since its launch. Young continues to completely ignore Tidal, which is frankly brutal since Tidal led the lossless streaming wave before Amazon and Apple joined in. Interesting. So he's full of shit. Spotify's failure to roll out the lossless streaming tier that it first announced a year ago has left the door open for Young to continue denouncing the service's audio quality. Yeah, but nobody's going to take him seriously because he left the platform over the Rogan thing. He didn't leave over audio quality. So it's hard to take him seriously on this. The company initially said Hi-Fi would be available at the end of 2021, but that deadline came and went. Spotify has since declined to give a new time frame on when Hi-Fi might be available. In his note, Young directly mentioned Spotify CEO Daniel Ek, explaining that he met Ek back in the service's early days. It sounded to me like he was really going to be getting into it. I wonder what happened. What happened is that he found out podcast listening data is more valuable than music listening data. That's what happened. Young closes by saying he's happy and proud about the decision he's made. Yeah, okay. Which he says is meant to show solidarity with healthcare workers and others working to save lives during the COOF pandemic. Yeah, what about the people what about the healthcare workers who got fired for not getting a certain injection? What about that? What about the healthcare workers that don't feel like they can talk about certain side effects? I don't know what code word other than side effects. As an unexpected bonus, I sound better everywhere else. Wah, wah, wah. Poor Neil Young. What a tool. I wish you the best, buddy. But it's hard to take you seriously. All right, let me get to some super chats. Thank you for joining me on Mayor in the Morning. Should I do this every day? Not every day. I don't know. Should I do this a couple times a week? I don't know. It is fun. It's fun to be up and doing something before noon. Clifford Kiabu, thanks for the super chat. Hope you're doing good. Jake G, did you see Trump talking about Neil Young? He apparently tried to grift Trump for $5 million before turning around with Trump hate. No way. I gotta look that up. Neil Young, Trump. Wow, that's funny. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's pull this up. Trump tells a campaign story about a cowardly Neil Young. Oops, here we go.
Then I have Neil Young. Everybody like Neil Young? I like Neil Young.
Was
So
this
I'm at a Neil
recently?
Young concert, like, I don't know, 6 months ago. I'm sitting and they want me to go backstage. I couldn't do it. You know, I lead a busy life and I just didn't want to, but I like Neil Young. So I'm at this concert in New York and Neil Young calls the next day. It's sort of funny. You know, you think of Neil Young is great. Now I get a call. There's a man named Neil Young on the phone. I said, who's Neil Young? Isn't that funny? You know, it's like a name. I say, who's Neil Young? Oh, we'd like to talk to you. I said, oh, they said he's a singer. Oh, that Neil Young, I'd say. I actually didn't know. I said, like, you know, you can't put two Neil Youngs together. So he calls me, hey, Mr. Trump, I heard you were at my concert last night. I'd love to come up and say hello to you. I said, all right, because I don't think he does this. I said, do you ever do this? He said, I never do this. I said, well, I'm greatly honored. Come up. He comes up to Trump Tower a number of months ago. And he tried to raise money. He won like $5 million from me.
Whoa.
Because he's got a sound synthesizer that makes sound better. I said, but Neil, what about all these companies that do this? I mean, they're pretty good at it, aren't they? No, mine's better. So he wants $5 million. And I said, okay, let me look at it. He met with all my people. I had like 10 people meeting with him. Nice guy.
Wow.
And that was that.
So he got pretty
Then
far.
I get a call from him a week and a half ago. He said, Mr. Trump, I'm in Norway or Europe or someplace. I don't know. He's someplace long ways away. He called me to say hello. I said, isn't that nice? He said, could you come to my concert in Jones Beach? I said, when is it? He said, like in October. I said, it gets a little cold in October in Jones Beach. But whatever it is, I don't know. He's got a concert in Jones Beach. What the hell do I know? So I said,
don't you? I mean, like, it's so easy to shit on Trump, but like, he is so good at
like
talking
3
to
days. Then
people like a regular. He's a very intelligent guy, but he has a real skill for talking to people on their level.
I announced, and one of the songs was one of his songs. I had like 10 or 12 background songs. Now I'm a very careful guy because Cordish and I have to be very careful, right, David? We can't play games. So I wanted to make sure, because a lot of press at that deal when I made my announcement, I wanted to be sure everything was okay. I had to be sure. And I said, make sure, do we have the right to, so they called up this one, that one, they signed all these, today it's a lot different. You can make like group deals. So we made a great deal.
Interesting. Wait, it's not over yet.
A good deal. We got it for a good price. Okay. All these songs, they're all over the place. It's background music. All of a sudden I get this like thing. Neil Young protests Trump music. Now, of course, in all fairness, he's super liberal. I'm the exact opposite. And he turned on, and I guess they were playing one of his songs, background music. And then his manager said, "Oh, how terrible it is for Donald Trump to use the music." And he's with Sanders,
Wow.
I guess, which sort of makes sense when you think about it. And I'm saying to myself, how can this be possible? The guy's calling me all the time. He loves me. He's telling me I'm the greatest. He's coming up to my office.
Wow.
I have pictures of him standing with me against the walls.
What a fucking loser.
My staff is meeting with him. And then all of a sudden, this happens. Like, it's amazing. Tough business, David. Tough, nasty.
Interesting. So he doesn't sound like a very genuine person. Oh, Neil. You've had it too good for too long. Yeah, he does look half dead. This is a comment from before. Living at home till you're 26 is super embarrassing, and I'm no longer going to imagine that you're stroking my little head while you're scrolling through the comments. Well, I bet there's people in the chat who live at home right now. Yeah. Yeah, he should tweet those pictures. Yeah, why not? Shout out to Joey, Abby, and Zipper. Keith Knight. Don't tread on anyone. Thank you for the super chat. God bless truckers protesting government supremacy. Thank you for coming on my show last week. Everyone loved you. Oh, Keith. Yes, I love doing your show. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. That was so fun. It was such a good conversation. Check out Keith Knight's podcast. I think it's called the Libertarian something or other. I forgot already. I'm sorry. It was a really good conversation. He asked really good questions, and like he wanted to know what my favorite books were, and it was just very interesting. It was a very unique podcast, one that I don't typically do ones that are like that. Like, he just had very good questions, and he got like interesting, unique information out. So I appreciate his style. Aaron Redacted, thanks for the super chat. Are we living in a simulation? By law, you have to tell me if I ask, I think. I don't know what that's about. Sorry, though. Middle-aged crazy. Love the shirt. Go Cubs. Oh, thanks. I went and saw them when I was in Chicago pre-pandemic. I was doing a show in 2019 at, I think it's called Star Bar. I could be wrong. And we went to Wrigley Field, and it was fun. And I got this not from the stadium, but from a guy selling merch like across the street. And he had like a wide variety of shirts. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's not you. It's me. I couldn't drink my coffee because it had weird freaking floaters in it. Not good. Not good. Okay. It is an old shirt. Guys, do you go through your Portugal? What's up, Jose? No way, Jose. There is a way. Where there's a Will, there's a Jose. What's going on in Portugal? Wow, that's neat. I'm not a hockey fan. No. I can't handle watching that much violence. So, news on the album. It's going to be released March 15th. And I think pre-order will be available a few weeks in advance. Originally, it was going to come out freaking February 15th, but I was like, that's too soon. Like, I need to do some appearances and stuff. So it's going to come out March 15th, which is kind of soon if you think about it. So I'm going to be planning, oh God, sorry, I don't be tea on. I'm going to be planning another trip back to Dallas. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a new chair. Living the good life. I think this is from Sam's Club, like whatever they had laying around. Album's coming out March 15th. Pre-order is going to be available a few weeks in advance. Very excited about that. I actually have to send Aaron the artwork today. Aaron Berg, my buddy from Uncancelable Records, will be producing it. Don't you love the sound of that? I'm excited. So I'll let you know when and where you can buy. I got to find somebody who can do it on vinyl. If anybody in the chat knows somebody who does that, let me know. And I'll get that going. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm yawning. Got some shows coming up. Comedians of the Compound will be coming back to Long Island. Governors in Levittown. Great venue. It's where I recorded my album. We'll be there on February 26th. And then Comedians of the Compound will be in Atlantic City April 22nd and 23rd. But before April, I got a couple gigs in March. I'll be going to Savannah, Georgia to do the Wormhole Comedy Club March 19th. And then I'll be at Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida, March 20th. You can get tickets for all of these shows. Well, tickets aren't available for Atlantic City yet, but you can get tickets for all the other shows on my website, ChrissieMayr.com. Check it out. Would love to see you guys. What is this little? Oh, is this me with my coffee? That's fun. How do you guys make these little pictures with the emojis? Yeah. Yes. Wasn't that great? Zia in her uniform. She really knocked that out of the park. She's like a Twitch streamer, and I guess she wears that sort of a thing all the time. Yawns are contagious. I don't know why I can't. Oh my God. What's wrong with me now? I can't stop yawning. You know what? I would yawn a lot. Always the first day of a new job. I'd always yawn so much. And I've had like 15 jobs in my life. And it's like, you always remember like the first day at the new job. And I always would yawn constantly. And I'm like, is that because this is boring or because I'm up so early? And then I read into it, and I think yawning, sometimes you can yawn as like a nervous thing. And I'm always nervous first day on the job. So there you go. Well, there you go. All right. I talked about the Frosk comments. That was pretty fun. Talked about Dinklage. Talked about Rogan. I think I covered everything I wanted to. Well, let me know what you thought of this first mayor in the morning. Should I start it earlier? Maybe should I start it at 10 a.m.? What do you think of that? What do you think of what's going on at Compound Media? If you're a Compound Media subscriber, let me know what you guys think of all the changes going on right now. Brie Larson. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Let's bring up Brie Larson. I don't know. Are there any Brie Larson fans here? So she got some heat for this is going back. Today's February 1st. Is this Groundhog's Day or is that tomorrow? I should know my holidays. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. So this was actually like last weekend. Shirley Temple could never. I don't know what she was thinking with this. Is she thinking that she's better than Shirley Temple? I don't know. I mean, she's a beautiful lady. Christ, this is desperate. Gonna drag Betty White next. Temple was beloved by the world as a child actress and then went on to become ambassador to Ghana. Wow. Chief of protocol to the U.S. and finally ambassador to Czechoslovakia. Why are we shading someone who's dead? Smug. Man, people love to hate on Brie. Could never straighten her hair when you're on a different planet, but you still need to speak to the manager. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Maybe I'm nervous. Shirley Temple became a cultural icon before she graduated middle school. Your biggest accomplishment is being in Scott Pilgrim. Oh, man. Is it a joke? Okay, so now we have some simps in the comments here. This is a joke. Not a big deal. Quarter black. I don't know how to put this. I'm kind of a big deal. Taste like cat hair and disappointment. Wow, people love to hate on her. It is a little smug. I don't think there's any comparison between her and Shirley Temple. There's a better way to do this if you wanted to compare yourself to Shirley Temple, but in a way that doesn't make you look like a cocky biatch. So, I don't know. And now she's sharing. People can't stand her. She does seem a little arrogant, doesn't she? And now she's sharing. She has no shame in pre-training before actually working out with her trainer. This is from the other day. Well, what's so bad about this video?
So
Let's
this is
see.
a super light workout, and this is what I do as like an assessment thing with myself. Yes, I am a type of person who trains before they start working with their trainer. So this is a super light
Groundbreaking.
workout, and this is what I do as like an.
What is she wearing? Like a little jean sports bra top? That's cute, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. It's like, this is like, what's the point of this tweet? I have no shame in pre-training before actually working out with my trainer. Okay. Like, are you showing us a move or anything? Are you talking about what you do? A little bit of a pointless tweet. Oh, queen of workouts. Yeah, good for her. Working out is great. I don't know. Like, just show us a move then. I'd rather see that. I'm pretty sure more people are interested in your upper body than your workout routine. I wonder if he means boobs. Personally, I'd like to hear more about your workout routine. I've never had a trainer. Then again, I was in the military with many fitness gurus. Yeah, most people can't afford a trainer. So if you're going to take the time and energy to make a video, like, just show us one of your moves that you do before you work out with your trainer. You're absolutely lovely. People love her, but people also love to hate her. I don't know. That's somebody's bicep. Not really picture worthy. Wow, he made it his profile picture and this picture. He's very proud of his little bicep. Good for you, buddy. Brie. Yeah, see, this is good. Everyone loves cleavage content. This is good. We can see her butt. I don't know. She does take herself a little bit too seriously. What do you guys think of Brie Larson? The only time I liked Brie was in Scott Pilgrim. Typical Brie BS. As long as I can't see her crazy ass toe, I'll be fine. She's just a mannequin. The moth. Yeah, I mean, she also has like a slim frame. Like, she has genetics are for sure on her side. But yeah, she is for sure out of touch. She's out of touch. Aw, you'll never be her simp. You'll only simp for me. She is definitely a product of Hollywood woke. See, you guys get it. You guys know what's up. Let's tease. Who am I recording episodes with this week? Today I am recording with Buck Angel. If you're an OG listener, you'll remember him from one of the earlier episodes. But he's going to come back on to talk about, I think, some of this toxic trans stuff going on right now, maybe with the swimmers and whatnot. Then that's at 6 tonight. At 9 o'clock, I have La Reina Creole. Wednesday, I got Alex Stein at 5, and then Tyler Fisher at 8. Thursday at 5, I got Jane Wild coming on. And then Friday Night Tights again at 4:30 Eastern. Oh, it's my own boo sending me a super chat. Hi, Frank. Chrissy sent you that cringe doctor video if you want to play with that. Cringe doctor video? Where? Do you mean Facebook? Oh God. This was so cringy. Ugh. I can't believe these. Are these people actually doctors? To me, they look like science teachers. Okay, so shout out to Libs of TikTok for just providing endless quality content for us live streamers. I'm sure you guys saw this. Libs of TikTok. I saw it, so now you have to. Good God. It's got 1 million views because it's so damn cringe.
Ready? Ready. Roll call. My name's Nicole, and I'm a doctor for kids, and I help parents not with their lids.
What are you even saying?
Ready?
Ready.
Roll call.
Oops.
I'm Dr. Todd. I know the tricks to keeping kids from getting sick.
Oh my God, Todd! What are we gonna do? It's like people just don't believe us anymore.
I know, Nicole. You know what? These people would rather just listen to some random person or somebody on social media. I bet they couldn't even pass Mr. Jenkins' 9th grade science class.
I totally know what you're saying, Todd. But what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe. Wait. What if we created the perfect cheer?
Back, Vaccinate.
Oh God,
Vaccinate.
this is awful.
Vaccinate.
Who's that girl talking about vaccines?
It's me. It's me.
Who's that girl talking about vaccines?
This is so bad.
It's me. All right.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. COVID.
Where are they?
Take a knee.
Oh God. Make it stop. Make it stop. First of all, where are they? They're in some kind of a conference room, so maybe they're at a convention. To me, these strike me as like not doctors, but like gay science not gay. I mean gay in the OG way, like full of whimsy. They're at a convention hall or something, and this looks like just a conference room that's not being used. They're clearly at like a hotel or something because of like a big event. This man, let's break it down. This is a man not super masculine. Clearly she had this shirt and she's like, I have this brilliant, this is all her idea. I believe very much that this is her idea. And she ordered him a shirt. It came in too small. He was like, I can't wear this shirt. It's too small. And she's like, you do what I tell you to. So now this grown man is wearing a belly shirt. You can see every time he lifts his arms up, he's in danger of showing his belly, which for a grown man, not the best. Look at this. There's nothing masculine about a grown man showing his belly. No respect for this guy. This man is 100% doing this because he's trying to bang this chick. Although, is that a wedding ring? Maybe they are together. Oh, that would be so cringy if they were like a science couple. Wait, this is his left hand. So this might not be a wedding ring. I didn't see a wedding ring on her. So this is like, I broke this down when I watched this the other day. I'm like, he is 100% agreed to this because he's trying to bang this woman. Ew. So cringe. But look at her nails. See, I think this is an old video because her nails are orange and black, which tells me this was recorded around Halloween time. But why is this being released now? Or why did this go viral now? Maybe they waited to post it. Maybe somebody just dug it up and found it to be cringe. But you got to take note of the Halloween nail polish. We're in January already. So it's like somebody sat on this for a minute. I know, how stalkerish of me to like, but I like to pay attention to details. Yeah, this is horrible. She's way more into this choreography than he is. She is like moving around a lot. She's getting behind him. He's basically staying in one place. Again, we don't need to see your belly, sir. How can you respect yourself when you're doing something like this? They're both sort of like, what have we done? Oh my God. This is so bad. Why? This isn't even that funny. Look at that. Look at the nail polish. See? They're like, you know what? Let's sneak away from our class and record this video. We're going to be cool. We're going to be cool teachers. Look at this. That's what you see in their eyes. It's pure desperation. They're just as clueless about. Just because someone's a science teacher doesn't mean they know what's up. You can still be a brainwashed science teacher. Look at this. She's so happy. Oh my God. They're so cool. And guess what? He's still not going to get it in after this. All this choreography, these dance moves, you're showing your belly, and she's not going to let you bang her, sir. I regret to inform you. This is for naught. Look at this. Have some self-respect. Ugh. I would never, look at this. I would never think to bang a guy. This is firmly planting him in the friend zone. You make a man wear a belly shirt and do choreography for him. That's not going to be the same man that you want to bang. Sorry. How sad. So sad. But at least we can all bond over the sadness. What if she has a belly fetish? Yeah, I don't know. She will leave it for the hotel bartender. Oh, the chat is getting cuck vibes from him. Yeah. He's a bottom. A power. Power bottom. That's funny. Ooh. Hey, Matthew Hammond. Chrissy Cast. Making work a little easier. Thank you. That dude with the short shirt needs to wear an undershirt. Yeah. Wear an undershirt, man. Poor guy. He's not. Guys, don't ever do dumb shit that you don't want to do because you think it'll get you laid. You're just going to end up making a fool of yourself. Do it if you want to do it. Do it. Of course, do it. Express yourself. Live your truth. But I feel like he did that to get some tail. Caligula, thanks for the super chat. People like this can't fathom that trust in mainstream institutions is completely eroded, let alone why. The things men will do for sex, though. I want to find these people's social media and follow up. I'm like, look, I just want to know if you hooked up with her. He's got his heart walled off behind his intellect. Yeah. Some of these teachers have issues. They're not all bad. Again, like, I think my sister is like it's kind of a good teacher. But I think a lot of people get into teaching because they need to have control. And it's very easy to get crusty as a teacher. It's very easy to just like have the same lesson plans year after year. It's like a comic who doesn't cater to the audience, who doesn't make their set fresh and exciting for the new people that they're in front of. Same goes for teachers. Like if kids are checking out, it's because the teacher is not making it fresh for who's in front of them. Not trying to like engage. You got to do crowd work is important in so many jobs. They weren't teachers. Interesting. Then who were they? These are just people in science shirts. Yeah, interesting, guys. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get myself some coffee without floaters. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for tuning into Mayr in the mornings. Let me know in the comments what stories you'd like me to talk about in the future. If you'd like to see me do this more days a week at a different time, like whatever you guys think. Oh, they said they were doctors? Oh, God, even worse. And why aren't you in your freaking doctor outfits? That's so gross. Ugh. Teachers are child predators. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all the chats. You guys are best chat ever. Check out one of the interviews I'm doing this week. More morning podcast. I'll try to do another one, at least one more this week. I got to get some better coffee. But until next time, guys. Bye.